Coach, I know you felt short on the scoreboard, but the way your team came out, energy, and the way they really hustled on the glass, I know that stretch in the third quarter was really rough offensively, but as far as the effort of your team, how do you feel about it?
I speak for our whole group. We're extremely proud of the effort, the competitiveness that our group approaches the game with every night. They're playing together. They're not only giving us everything they have, but they're out competing, out working, and even when we come up short, there's a lot of positives and improvements from where we were. So if we play like that, we're going to win way more games than we lose.
What'd you see in the third quarter?
Just got stagnant. They turned up the heat. They're a good team, and they played with force, made more shots, and we just didn't get into our offense quickly and with the force that we were doing the previous two quarters.
These past few games, you've decided to go with Trey at those backup center minutes. What are you seeing from him that is make you confident in him and go with him right now?
He complements that young group really well. Set screens. He's physical. He rebounds the ball at a high level. I felt like this was a good opportunity for him to get on the floor with that group, and he brings energy every time he steps on the floor.
And how important was the energy guys like Kane, JRE, all of those guys in that first half, where it feels like that's where y'all really separated, was making a bunch of those hustle plays? That's
the key for us to give ourselves an opportunity to win these games. With so many guys out, we have to outwork, outcompete, and the guys are doing that. It took a while, took a few games to get to this point, but you can see they're getting better and better, and that's a true bright spot with this group.
And AD is obviously playing at an MVP level this year. How good was this experience for Messi to kind of see what that looks like, in person, and have to, take on that challenge throughout the game?
It's great. It's great for him to get these minutes and these experiences early in the season. It's going to pay off huge for him as we progress throughout the year. He's getting an opportunity to see what prime time bigs look like, guarding those guys in the post, guarding in pick and rolls. So we expect that this is going to pay off for him in the long run.
And you guys, you trusted them late in the game to play, 1 through 5, switch everything, and Brown hit 2, big threes at the end. But how important is it for him to be in that situation and see what it's like in the game and know what he needs to do in those situations?
Well, that's the best teacher, is experience, and he's gaining a ton of it right now. And we'll go back and we'll watch the film together as a group and see where we can be better in those situations. But you're guarding one of the best players of all time, and he's done that on the biggest stages in the NBA, and so we'll definitely take some learning experiences from that.
Coach, decision making tonight. When the margin of errors for your team is narrow, but just the decision making late in the second quarter and into the third quarter, the turnovers. Just how do you clean that up and get guys, particularly? Brandon struggled with that tonight. 8 turnovers for him. And it's been a lot the last few games. How do you get guys to eliminate that from the game?
Well, we're asking a lot of BI, and he's been producing night in and night out. 32 points, 8 assists, 4 rebounds, 37 minutes on a back-to-back. Sometimes those things are going to happen because of how much we're putting on his shoulders, and I'm truly extremely proud of what he's been doing and the leadership that he has with this group, uplifting this group, playing through difficulties. We can clean up some of the improvements as a group as we move forward, but it's really highlighting how well these guys are playing together, how hard they're going out and competing. And, some of those turnovers, they do happen, but we'll go back and watch and just continue to work at it.
Not to beat a dead horse on the third quarter, but it seemed like AD was getting switched on to smalls in greater frequency. Was that – I know you guys like to read a lot of stuff in general. Was that the game plan there in the third quarter, or was it just kind of happening in the flow of the game?
He was setting some good screens, and we were falling into some late reds, not exactly what we wanted to do. And he's a big boy, so we wanted to keep our bigs on him. We got switched off on him a few times, and he took advantage of it. And so we cleaned it up in the fourth quarter. But those are areas just for our young group that, like I said, we'll continue to look at And they're getting these experiences now, which will help them later.
You guys have been able to keep it competitive or just outright win the possession battle at times because of your activity on the offensive glass. Just how important has that been in terms of just keeping these games close or even competitive?
It's extremely important, not just for now, but for the longevity of our season. We want to be a team that can have more possessions than our opponents. Now, we got to cut down on the turnovers. We know that. But if we can continue to offensive rebound like we have been, and we get quality shots from that'll allow us to get more looks. Okay, thanks, guys.